So this is my Acer PC. Now, yes, it's pre-built. Yes, I got it for really cheap. No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 You see some scrapes, stuff like that across it, but it were very cheap. Now, also, I have put a Razer logo on there, as you see, and it does say it's got Intel inside. So we're going to go through this video and show you what's inside. So this is where we're going to have to go into the lighting bit so you guys can see, because we can see but not that many people can see. So I'm just going to get my phone out so everybody can see with the torch. So just to make sure that everybody can see, if we can get my camera guy to take it off the tripod, that's very sturdy. So right here is a 350 watt power supply. It's got mustard cables, don't like it. Pretty much everything in this is stock. That's the 500 gig hard drive that came with it. That's a 2 terabyte hard drive that we managed to stick in. It took us about 2 hours to fit in. So what we've done is we took the SATA cable from the DVD drive at the minute, because there's only 2 SATA cables down here. So what we're going to do is replace them. And we've got enough room and shit that we can put in. That is a 2 gig RAM stick. I can't remember what speed though. That is a 1 gig RAM that I don't know the speed. Inside there for the CPU is a Celeron CPU, and that is 2 cores, 2 threads. Now before we get any more into this video, we did have a CPU for this. It was going to be 2 cores, 2 threads, but we couldn't actually put that inside the PC because of thermal paste, how long it was going to take. And it wasn't going to meet the criteria that we wanted for gaming and streaming for better performance. So if I get my CPU and make sure that's in the frame, this is an Intel i3 2120 at 3.30 gigahertz, and it is a 1155 motherboard that we are using. That is part of the pre-build. So if my camera guy can come over here, if you want this motherboard, that is the number for it. There you are. It's not a gaming motherboard for say, but it'll be good for the use that we want to use it for. So we're going to stick you back on the tripod and we're going to start putting parts into this PC. So now we're going to change out the RAM and stick the graphics card in. What is that blue bit there? But we're going to change scenes when it comes to it. Also, we're using this GoPro camera that's recording, so we can get the RAM change. Now I don't know how it's going to look, but we're going to try. So that's a 2 gig. It's a spent that we can't get focused. There we are. Yeah, I got this cheaply. And look, that's Samsung. So, mixing a RAM. If you want to know what that is, just search up those codes. So, I've got some spare RAM just in case as well. So, we have the specs. We've got a HyperX SIG. These are 8 gig each, but 16 gigs in total, and the megahertz is 1333. So we'll do that. So let's install. And what you want to do is line it up and click. And I've just realised that that was out of focus.
Are you sure about that?
So I'm going to do it again because that went out of focus. So we're going to stick our RAM stick in. Sorry for the... There we are. And you click it in your 2 clicks. Sorry that the camera keeps on unfocusing. I think I stick that in the wrong way. Yes, I did.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Insert the meme there. Slap in the head. Then, boom. We've installed the second RAM stick in. So, we're going to turn this one off. I don't know how good we managed to get the video on this, but we'll see. So if you're not seeing it, then that's the reason why, but we're going to be using this for more vlogs and stuff. So now for the moment we've all been waiting for. So if I budge this up, that is a 500 gig Seagate hard drive, and that is a 2 terabyte Seagate hard drive. I'm just trying to look at my specs. So now we have the graphics card. Let's see if we can get it in frame. There you are. Now this is a Asus, just let me get it correct, a AMD Radeon HD 5670 graphics card that is a 1 gig. So you see there's no power supply, so this is going to be good for a normal gamer who just wants to get started. I want to get a better one than this, but this is all I can get at the minute. So we're going to cut to the scene where we are going to install it to this bit here. So now we're going to try to get the graphics card in. So first what you got to do is take this little shield off. I don't think it should be doing that. So now we took that off. Make sure you keep the screw because you're going to need it in a sec. So got a graphics card. Make sure the fan spins. Yeah. So what I like to do is get it lined in. Line here. And get it lined in with this motherboard. At the minute we're having troubles. So now I've got it lined in, you shove it in and you give it a kind of yank to see whether it comes out. Mine doesn't come out, so we stick in the screw. Now what I like to do is lift it up slightly and screw this in. Now all I'm doing is lifting it up so it can properly get in. And there you are, you've got yourself 16 gigs of RAM installed, a graphics card and a hard drive. Hard drive's pretty easy, you just gotta stick in these two screws to hold it in place, put the SATA cable in and a bit for the power, and you're ready to go. Now would I recommend this for a gaming PC? No. But if you're just getting started and you're on a budget, a very tight budget, this is the PC to go. You're not going to be playing that many decent games, but it's a start in place. We're going to show you some test benching, and if you want a part 2, like this video and comment down below, and even go to a donation page so then you can see more of this, because next time we'll be upgrading the power supply, the CPU, making sure there's case fans and the graphics card and possibly the motherboard as well. So if you want to see that, make sure you go and donate to the page, because without your support we can't do videos like this. And as well, make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you click that bell as well while you're subscribing, so you never miss content like this ever. So all we need to do now is put the case back on. Now I know people are going to say, oh, you haven't put the screws on yet. We're going to do that once we've ended the video, because it's not too hard to put a screw on. And I've bent the case. Brilliant. Right. Right. This is where I'm going to have to do some technical touches. So I'm going to have to sort out some of this body panel. It's a cheap PC. So I'm going to move this and we're going to show you something awesome now. So if I take the camera off the thing, so this is my Discord page. That's all the specs, and you can have a look in the chat rooms, all sorts like that. There's loads of stuff to do in this Discord. Not that many people have actually joined, but you can do all sorts of cool stuff. This is brand new and awesome. So if I go on to here, you got rules, welcome. You can see my newest videos, live streams, where to donate to, Twitter tweets. That is my secondary business, so go and check that out. Live stream ideas, announcements that are basically Twitter. You can find out all the gear I use. Website merch that is coming all soon. You can be in the chat, gaming chats, all sorts, and we're still improving stuff on it. So why don't you go and check that out, and including go and check out my social medias as well. So we're going to go and test bench my brother's PC. So if we get it, so that's what it is. 10th gen Intel i5. Graphics at that. It's an 8 gig, but I want to turn it into 16 DDR4, 1 terabyte, and all sorts. So we're going to see whether that can edit a video on Sony Vegas Pro 14. So we'll see you in a sec. So, what was the specs for the recording, and how long did it take you to render this?
It was in 4K and it took 45 minutes to render it.
So mine was in 1080p on my PC, and it took 8 hours to record, so we need to get that working a bit more better than this monster beast that my brother owns. But he actually does help me edit some of these videos. So this is Halo Reach Part 1, if you don't know at the minute. So we've just found out something when we went to boot it up. We stuck the RAM in the wrong place, so we did it inwards like that. It's actually have to go in that way. So let's take out the RAM. I'm going to stick it on the power supply. I wouldn't recommend doing that. So now we're sticking it in the right order. There we are. And hopefully now that I've kinda fixed the case, it fits on perfectly now. All I had to do is bend it. So I fixed the case. But I am gonna get a better one. So hopefully soon. As long as it has these front panels, because I definitely want them, and I definitely want a DVD drive. I might actually put a Blu-ray DVD drive here, but I definitely want the little panels here. So we're going to boot this up and do the test bench now.